So these are the slipper tracks, and I'm going to just briefly lift up. This is fit to another action, so it doesn't yet necessarily fit what's here. Originally I used it around the other way, but I found since I put a light in it that the light shines on the white template and the white hammer, and you get a very distinctive line for, say, let off or hammer line. And the idea is that the overall rail goes up and down on the two legs. The legs have feet that make them stable. The feet have slippers, which, you know, slippers fit on a foot and they slide in the slipper track back and forth. And by loosening this, I can adjust. Of course, the slipper track is loose at the moment, but I can also adjust it this way. There's a little cleat in the foot of the regulating rack that has a slot in it, so that this can twist as needed to accommodate strike lines that are not parallel with the front of the action. Interestingly, Steinway and Sons employ hammer strike lines that are tilted both this way and that way and are parallel to the front. So I need to be able to adapt to what is there. There are two stop collars. I set this stop collar at an arbitrary place that allows us to, I'm going to go down to it now, to set up the templates to be hammer line. Then I go blow distance up and set a collar, or I raise this blow distance, and I have gauge keys that offer that an appropriate distance. And then I have, the gauge keys have a thickness to them that I put between the upper stop collar and the top of the bracket that automatically brings it down to let off position, and a thicker one in the base and a thinner one in the high treble. So the first step here, though, will be to fit the key frame, which is still assembled from the piano. And if we had not had excessive friction in the keys, we would have been able to, since the keyframe bedding did not require a disassembly, we would have been able to just bed the balance rail and take our samples and come, never having taken anything apart. So that's fairly fast. So what I've done is loosened these all up. I've spread the slipper tracks to be a little bit wider than the action. Stops are on the back rail. They're up. These are down just so that I can go over it without getting caught.